It's tournament time from New Washington as the OH Report continues their volleyball tournament coverage live and free from Buckeye Central High School as the Buckettes had such a good N10 conference season that they just had to get another conference game under their belts as they host the number 8 seeded Wynford Lady Royals. Live and free tonight, it's the number 1 seeded Buckettes playing at home on the OH Report. We'll have your pregame show next.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. At Pioneer, you'll gain real-world skills, hands-on training, and college credits, all while preparing for the jobs of tomorrow. Pioneer, preparing today's students for tomorrow's opportunities. Discover your future at Pioneer.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
It's time now for your pregame show presented by North Central State College as we are here from Buckeye Central High School live and free on the OH Report. Thanks to our generous sponsors tonight. My name is Jonathan Langdon. Adam Thompson alongside me as my producer tonight. Brandon Powell, your camera operator. This same crew was over at Lexington just 24 hours ago as we now start anew Another doubleheader, another pair of sectional championships, and it starts with an N10 rematch between Buckeye Central and Wynford here tonight. Let's go ahead and talk about both of these teams. We'll start with the away side, the number 8 seed in this district, those Wynford Lady Royals, who come into this game looking for some life against Buckeye Central. They've been swept by this team twice in the regular season. It's very similar to the story that we saw last night between Madison and Lexington. Just a team that had simply been outmatched in conference play, looking to try and change something when it comes to tournament play, when careers and years start to be on the line. So Wynford, they're looking to turn it around here under first-year coach Danielle Kroll. So 7-15 on the year. Just got a big win against Arlington in 5 sets. They are on a nice little winning streak coming into this tournament game here this evening. For Wynford, we've got a player spotlight coming up, and if you are a Lady Royals fan that has watched with us a ton on the OH Report, you know who this is going to be. It's hard not to select Brooke Frombaugh, number 11, the junior this season. She is a first-teamer in volleyball, in basketball, and a second-teamer in softball. Wherever she plays, whatever field, whatever pitch, whatever court, she is the X factor, and it's not going to be any different here tonight. 260 kills coming into this game, and also a decent number of blocks as well, 42. 357 hitting percentage ain't too shabby either from a junior who, even if with a loss tonight, would have plenty to play for next year out on the volleyball court. How about those unis also by Wynford? Nice bright blue. They're definitely winning the fashion show in my eyes tonight between the Lady Royals and the Buckettes, who we will get a chance to talk about now. Buckeye Central, they have high hopes coming into this postseason. They believe they can go far. And in this district, I fully agree with them. 17-5 on the year. Missy McDougal coaches this team to a 17-5 record, as we said, 12-2 in the Northern 10 Conference. They had the lead in that league for most of the year, and then Mohawk came in. Very final game of the season in N10 play. They beat them, tied up that conference title. It's the first time that it has been tied in the N10 since the formation of the league. Chip on their shoulder also from Buckeye Central. They lost to New London in a district championship last year. If they can win today and New London wins the second game tonight here at Buckeye Central, they would meet in a district semifinal. So there'd be a lot of juice going into that matchup next week. But of course, got to focus on this team in front of you, the Wynford Lady Royals. We'll get to the player spotlight quickly here before we get to the national anthem. And it's going to be the coach's daughter, Maren McDougal, comes into this game as the primary setter, not just for this team, but in the N10. 593 assists, that leads the league in passing. Service aces as well. You're going to see a killer serve from the back row from her. Had to take a moment to pause for the national anthem. Let's go ahead and dive a little bit more into Maren McDougal, the player that we were spotlighting before we were cut off by the national anthem. Maren, of course, fantastic player. Comes into today as a senior, looking to keep her career alive and go out with a bang, because this team is hungry to make a deep postseason run, and they have got the group to do it here tonight. Plenty of freshmen that have been added to this roster that are key factors that you're going to get to hear from in this contest tonight. Maisie Hanlon is one of those, a 5-foot freshman. She acts as a libero at times. She's also a defensive specialist. She's going to be wearing the odd color jersey, wearing number 3, one of the shorter players on this team. Also, Melania Chamberlain, another freshman that really adds some juice to this team in Buckeye Central. We'll talk about them at length a little bit more later on in the game. Let's go ahead and jump into keys to victory, and we'll start on the opposite side with Wynford. So the Lady Royals coming into this, it's no doubt that the trend could very much continue when it comes to them struggling against Buckeye Central. They have not won a set against them all year, but you want to have that element of surprise. What are you going to bring to the table that's new? What have you learned in practice these last couple of weeks since you last played Buckeye Central? What's not on the scouting report that you're going to bring to this game? That's the key number 1. Maybe take a set here in this game tonight. And then also pick up on some trends on the other side. This is where volleyball turns into a chess match in the postseason. If you can find out what the tendencies are of your opponent, you can exploit those big time. And it doesn't matter what the record is. If you see those trends and you can get that upper edge, doesn't matter who you are, you could pull off an upset just like Buckeye Central suffered last year at the hands of New London. Buckette's the keys for them. They have one of the best servers in the N10 in Maren McDougal. I would just say keep your silky serves and also have some other players help you out in that regard. When it comes to serving, they have 283 aces. That is far and away the best in the league. They've got 64 also from Megan Seifert. The freshman Hanlon that we also talked about, 44 aces for herself. So a lot of players that could be a threat behind the service line. So that's key number 1. And then key number 2, just to dictate the tone as Wynford likely tries to pick up on some of your trends. You got to, at some point, lay the law down and let them know how this game is going to go out. Last night when we saw Lexington play against Madison, I thought they did a fantastic job, the Lady Lex, setting the tone and really killing any energy that was in the gym. They killed the energy in a gym in a home game and still were able to pull out with a convincing win over the Lady Rams. Taking a look at the bracket here as we jump to a new district from what we were covering last night. We jump to Division 6, Northwest 3. Buckeye Central number 1 in this district, but they've also got another 1 seed. It's just how the Northwest District does things. Van Buren could potentially meet them for a district championship, but also you've got Cary, a team that did beat this Buckeye Central team early on in the season. So Buckettes, of course, not going to be looking forward to that. They've got to take care of business here first, but a very tough draw for these Buckettes as they look to make a deep postseason run. We are underway from New Washington. Frombaugh with the free ball after the serve by Hanlon. This ball will go up the middle. Jury off of the tape. That will go out of bounds. No touch by Wynford. So the Lady Royals cash in first. And Brooke Frombaugh will drop back to serve. Leads the team in kills, 260, and it's not close. She actually leads by kills by over 100 of them. Far side, tap over the block. Jury makes up for her error to start things. We're evened up at 1. AJ this year leads the team in kills for the Buckettes, 214. On the other hand, though, it's not by much. Megan Seifert right there with her at 210. Megan Seifert serves this. Short ball into the campfire, dug up by the freshman. Decent hands by both teams. Near side swing from Filliater. Buckettes try to tap it. This one blocked. It'll be a lift on Buckeye Central. Good job by Callie Holbrook, the middle hitter for the Royals, getting in there and forcing the error. Left-handed serve out of number 7, Briley Hildreth for the Royals. Far side swing, that time by Melania Chamberlain. She digs this up. They'll go back her way. She has had great success this season from that far side. As this ball goes off the block and the Royals lead 3-1, Jenna Filiator. Looks like she went off the hands of Jury. Tried to go with sort of a cut shot, and it ended up working out as that gets deflected over towards Buckeye Central's bench. Filiator tries again. This one blocked, and that'll get the job done for Buckeye Central. Jury and McDougal combine. And here goes Maren McDougal. Watch out, she's got a great serve. Look at that dip received by Frombaugh. Back set, Filiator. She's the right side for the Royals. That's the side she loves to be on. However, Buckeye Central still scores it. Chamberlain. Melania, 139 kills. 084 hitting percentage. Also got 7 blocks on the season. Overpass, Jury. That's her yummy ball attempt deflected at the net by Watkins. They'll go back to AJ. Frombaugh off the tape. Far side, Chamberlain, dug up by Frombaugh. Set from Watkins, near side. Filiator gets a touch off of Seifert. Royals remain in the lead. In comes the senior defensive specialist, Michaela Morgan. She'll serve from the middle of the court. Fading shot from Elise Seifert. Attempted dump easily handled by Buckeye Central. Near side, Sebring. That'll hit the antenna. Pin hitter hit the pin right there. It's 4-4. New face also for the Buckettes. Harper Conser, 5'8" sophomore, sends it over. And she'll win an ace. First one of the night for Buckeye Central. Expect plenty more where that came from. Overall, this team does a good job at the service line, 90% on their serves. This one just gets over the tape. It's back-to-back aces. That's what I like to call calculated risk, because if you can touch the tape, that can really throw off Wynford, as they were all back after going far side line on the serve previous. 6-4. Buckettes get the lead. Are they going to give it back? The answer is no. It's back-to-back-to-back aces, and then some slippage on the floor. Looks like they were celebrating too hard. Conser hits the deck. She's okay. She's going to try to make it 4 in a row. Head coach Missy McDougal gives the signal of where to serve it, and it nearly gets the job done again. This time it'll be a free ball. Far side, Chamberlain. Dug up Frombaugh, set from Watkins, up the middle. Nice dig in the back by Conser. Chamberlain finds the campfire. Buckettes have doubled the score of Wynford, and that will trigger a timeout out of first-year coach Danielle Krall. So Missy McDougal heads to a knee. She'll get to chat with her team as they sit in a solid 5-0 run. You're seeing all of those points here. These are brought to you by Friedley & Co. Agency. Great sponsors bringing you Buckeye Central and Wynford Volleyball here tonight. Third meeting between these two of the season. Buckettes head into this game 17-5 on the year. Their 5 losses are to 22-1 Pleasant, 16-6 Cary, that's a 2 seed in this district, 20-2 Monroeville, a team favored to go far in Division 7, 15-8 Ontario, which we got to see last night, win against Norwalk in dramatic fashion in 5 sets. And then their 5th loss recently to 19-4 Mohawk. They've seen some great competition, have not been able to get over the hump in those games. However, here's another ace out of Concert. Matches her jersey number in aces in just this run alone. Another high ball, topspin serve. This time Morgan gets her platform to it. Standing swing. Hildreth can't clear the net. Ten to 4, Buckettes. Free ball out of Wynford. McDougal went to get in position right away. Chamberlain, the freshman, fires it in. McDougal right after that free ball went right to the net to get ready for a nice set. It was crisp, and she helped her freshman out big time with that adjustment. Another free ball. You see McDougal shift again. Already underneath the ball. This time she'll go up the middle. Emma Keller puts enough power on this for the pass to be too long from Wynford. Twelve to 4 now. And this ball sails out of bounds. The run ends 9 to 0. New sub for Wynford, Zara Fosser, the junior defensive specialist. McDougal right back to Keller. This ball out of bounds, no touch from Wynford. Good job by the block of Frombaugh and also Watkins, walling up, forcing Keller to try to shift to that line far side. Ended up missing it. Back set, switching sides. Chamberlain misses short. So far, Wynford just victims of a 9-0 run from the Buckettes. That's really the difference here. You take that away, they'd be leading 7-3. This ball out of bounds. Royals respond with a 3-0 run of their own. Correction, actually 4-0. High pooch serve. McDougal gets underneath it. Keller slams it down. Big old gap on that far side corner, and Keller read it like a book. Tallest player on the roster at 5'11". Just a junior. Going to be good to have her back next season, along with some of the other pieces you'll still have. Watkins runs backwards on this ball, sets it up the middle. Easily collected as Keller takes another chance. Make it back-to-back kills for Emma. Looking at kind of the youth on this team, you've got 4 seniors. That always hurts. In fact, that's the most of any class they have. As this ball goes right into the net out of Olivia Bishop. They've got 4 seniors for Buckeye Central, and then you've got 2 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 3 freshmen. Those are all on your tournament varsity roster. Watkins underneath this for Wynford. Sets up Frombaugh nicely. So Brooke Frombaugh gets herself going up the middle. That's where you'll see her work most of today. Back to the middle. Keller has had a solid first set, that time blocked. And a nice second contact. That's how McDougal is so dangerous. She can go up acting like she's about to set, and then all of a sudden, she pulls that right arm back and delivers a cannon. That touched off the tape. Here goes Elise Seifert. Frombaugh, they'll go back to her off the block. Keller can't close up. That touch is out of bounds in favor of Wynford. Libero Kate McGuire will serve for the Lady Royals. The sophomore sends it over. Nice reception by Olivia Bishop keeps us going. Watkins back to Frombaugh off the block. That's 3 kills in the last 5 points. Look at this one set up. McDougal late to join the block. And that's where Frombaugh goes, right over her head. Far side, cut shot, that is out. No, it's in. One of them called it out, the other overruled it. So Buckeye Central gets it, 16-12. I think that was a good overruling as well. I thought that clearly landed in play. Bucks lead by 4. Nice float serve out of Hanlon. And she'll get another chance to show that off. This time opts for the top spin. Far side, Frombaugh tight to the net. Makes do, and then McDougal flies up. Taps it to the near side. Inside that 10-foot line. And that's where a lot of teams get beat. Cannot let that turn into a trend if you're the Lady Royals. Got to cover that spot on the floor. Frombaugh off the block. Kept up by Megan Seifert. Brooke tries again over Jury, who went up to block it. Seifert off the hands. Good up by Watkins, but cannot be finished off. Affiliator dove for it. Decent effort. Just could not find it over the tape. Timeout Wynford. 19-12. Seven-point advantage for Buckeye Central as you get a chance to see student section who has come out to support these Buckettes. I think everybody in unison just tilted their heads trying to read that sign, but Buckeye Central showing out, of course. Could be the last game. It's going to be the last game here at home for the Buckettes. So also a good crowd, not just focused on student section, but in general, great attendance here tonight, even with us on the Wynford side. Filling out rows nicely. Frombaugh with the free. Out of system, Seifert will get the kill there, as I think that probably should have been let go out of bounds, but McGuire tries to punch it forward. That'll give Buckeye Central the title of 1st to 20. Back to Affiliator. Dug in the back. Far side, Megan Seifert. Dug up by McGuire. Frombaugh joust at the net. She's up there first. That's always a good sign. Typically, if you're the first to touch the ball, you'll win those jousts, and she does there. But for Buckeye Central, yes, this will be the last game here at home. If they win tonight, they will play on Tuesday next week at 6 o'clock over at Shelby. So not too far of a drive. Buckettes score there, make it 21-13. But depending on who wins that other game, New London, they're fairly close to Shelby as well. Mansfield Christian, that's a 3-5 matchup in that order. That'll be at the conclusion of this game here this evening. Nice presence by Jury and McDougal to put up a block. They did not touch it, however, so don't give them the block. Goes down as a 4-touch violation on Wynford. Frombaugh standing swing, touched by Jury. They'll go Chamberlain's way, and that falls down. Affiliator off balance, fell short of it. Frombaugh decided to let off. The lead is dwelled to 10. Here goes a high serve, Megan Seifert. Second contact by Adams. It's a free ball. Sent over, and it will be called a double contact, so not clean on the transfer. That'll make it set point number 1. See what the sophomore Seifert has for us. Nearly an ace. They stay out of the net. McDougal swings, tries to find the gap far side. That's out of bounds. That'll bring up set point number 2. Frombaugh gets the ball. She will not serve, however. Gives it off to Briley Hildreth. Would take a Herculean run. We'll see how long it lasts. Left-handed serve. This will stay in. Received by Hanlon. Far side. Chamberlain the swing. Attempted send over blocked. It's a free ball. McDougal going up the middle, and A.J. Jury finishes things off here in set number 1. It's a convincing one, 25-14 over the Wynford Lady Royals. We'll take a quick break, come back live and free on the OH Report.
Go. Feel like I should go.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. Get real-world skills, college credits, and career-ready training. Discover your future at Pioneer.
And welcome back for set number 2 as we start off with a bang. A service error out of the Royals will give the Buckettes the first point of the day. Shout out to some comments in our Facebook chat. Sydney cheering on BC, and then Cheryl, go Buckeyes, go Buckettes. And Susie also watching live and free with us on Facebook. Let us know where you are watching from tonight as you witness the Buckettes take the first set, 25-14. So we're having a quick chat with the scorers table right now. It looks like there may be some disgruntles on the substitutions, and if that is the case, we could see a free point for Buckeye Central. Looks like they're giving coach the dilemma, either make a sub or we're going to give Buckeye Central a point. They're going to give them a substitution here, and Hildreth will come in. So just out of rotation right now. A little awkward because they had to sub out and then immediately sub back in. And I think the mix-up was also because uniform numbers are not entirely accurate from Wynford on our rosters. So that may be another sort of factor as we see this go off the block. And Jury tries to send it, goes straight into the net, however. We're evened up at 1. In comes Callie Holbrook. Frombaugh will serve. Seifert long set to Jury. She'll free ball it. Back set, tight to the net. Buckettes can't keep it up. Royals have another early lead. They did just this in set number 1 before Buckeye Central rattled off a 9-0 run and really ran away with things. This ball floats. Great up, however, by Elise Seifert, and it will be free ball. Great job to continue the set. This ball off the block, and Wynford shakes it off, scores the point nonetheless. Holbrook. Three to 1 Royals. Jury has her attempt blocked. Will they go to her again up the middle? Yes, they will. Callie Holbrook having herself a great start to the second set. And you know what that means. Brooke's going to continue to serve for Wynford. Leads them in aces, 37. Forces a yummy ball here. And now this ball will curl outwards. The run continues. Frombaugh also money on her serves. 96% when you round up. Jury falls on that ball into the campfire. Good up, however, by Affiliator. This ball up the middle. Nice change of direction from AJ Jury. She gets the kill. Free ball on the serve. Chamberlain gets a chance. Nice reflexes by the Royals. This ball up the middle. Jury trying to heat up. Frombaugh there. Affiliator into the net. Megan Seifert. Another great serve. Watkins hands it off. Adams with the swing. Royals field it. Far side, Chamberlain off the touch. McDougal already underneath it, going back to AJ. Nice dink over the block. Bucks crawling back. It's a 3-0 run. This ball lined inbounds. Let go by McGuire. That's a mistake. Seifert paints it on the white lines here at Buckeye Central. knotted at 5. Looking underneath me, Coach Barbara McCleary leads out her Mansfield Christian Lady Flames. Another race here for the Buckettes, but Mansfield Christian here getting ready to take in the rest of this game and get ready for theirs. That will begin right after this one, about 30 minutes after. Give time for warm-ups and all of that jazz. Another free ball out of Wynford. Scooped by McDougal. Powerful one. It's off the face of Frombaugh. Chamberlain. And with that, we'll see an early timeout out of Coach Krall. So starting to see some key players come out for both teams. I would say for Wynford, we've seen a lot of Callie Holbrook early in this set. And then for for Buckeye Central, Buckettes have seen AJ Jury get involved here in just the last couple of points. We'll only see 2 clips here, but you can kind of see the middle opening up, and that may leave some things open on the pins later on here in this contest. Bucks lead 7-5. Talked about Holbrook before that. You'll see a couple of clips from her in this set. So the middles having their way so far, but we'll see if that continues on. Maybe in these timeouts that will be addressed in each huddle. Megan Seifert continues her solid run at the service line, nearly wins an ace. Free ball by, looked like 3 Lady Royals. Far side, Chamberlain, power touch. Not much you can do there when you're out of position like Wynford was. You can see the block shift late, and then that falls at the feet of McGuire. It's now a 7-0 run for the Buckettes. Liner, it's an ace. Too hot for Sheldon to handle. Frombaugh, back row, roll shot, gets all the way to the back row. Don't usually see that. Another dink from Jury. Yet another free ball, however, by Wynford. Setter dump attempt. McDougal can't get that one to go down. And we will now see a violation on. It's weird because they called it Wynford point. They're going to talk about this. Maren McDougal completely ignored the call and gave the ball over to Seifert. I thought it was the Royals more so in the net, but they did give it to Wynford. And they're going to call this a reserve. So both officials, differing opinions, differing views. So 2 thumbs up. That's going to be a redo of this point. So jump ball in all essence. Seifert. Ball doesn't lie, so we'll see what happens here. They'll feed Jury up the middle. She paints the corner. That's the danger of a player like AJ Jury that just flies up and midair can kind of dictate where she wants to go with it. A lot of good players go up and pummel the ball, and they've got great power behind their swings, but not many can place it like we just saw Jury do there. This time they'll go back to Chamberlain. She powers it through. Good defense, however, by Wynford. Back to Jury, this time out of bounds. She painted the far sideline, tried to go near side this last time. That one missed by about a foot or two. Goes Michaela Morgan to serve in front of 100 viewers on Facebook and YouTube combined. As this ball strikes down, Megan Seifert, the sophomore, making her senior sister proud. Good dig by Megan. Set back to Jury. Tap over the block. Another dink, this time by Wynford. And a free ball. We continue the volley. Watkins set, going back to Holbrook, who's blocked. Two-hand send over. It's clean in the eyes of the official. Far side. And Chamberlain gets a touch. Believe it was inbounds as well. So Melania Chamberlain having a game so far. Is it too early to say MVP shouts for the freshman wearing number 5? Looks like another meeting here between officials. Not going to see any sort of official rulings out of this meeting, just them congregating and talking about some plays earlier. Maren McDougal back to serve. This ball up the middle. Holbrook has that touched by Jury. Chamberlain tries again. Nice dig by McGuire. McDougal side shots as she was fading away. Goes back to dig this one too, but there's nobody there to set. When your setter is able to dig one up like that, someone else has to pick up the second contact, and that communication just was not there for Buckeye Central. It's 12-7. This ball sails way out from Wynford. See a substitution. Addison Sebring in for Wynford. Also in for Buckeye Central, Harper Concert. She spearheaded the 9-0 run that shifted things in set number 1. Back set, fading shot. Nice dig by McDougal. She'll get the third contact as well. This ball blocked down. Keller and Seifert combine for a group block. Shout out a couple more comments. Amy asked who won the first set. Buckette's won at 25-14 if you wanted the score there. As this ball floats down for Watkins, it's a kill. And then also shout out Melody cheering on the Buckettes. Zara Fauser lines this one up in the painted area. Set. Chamberlain out of bounds. Takes some notes from her coach as she sees that one sail away. She'll field this serve. McDougal sets far side this time for Keller. No touch on the block, so that will go down as 4 hits. 14-10. Royals within 4. This one just does not come out cleanly for the new server, Zara Fauser. New server on the other side, Elise Seifert. Or my mistake, number 1, Olivia Bishop. Floats this short. Frombaugh runs up on the ball, scooped up by McDougal. Far side set, Chamberlain. Oh goodness, that's Seifert who gets the kill. Megan gets it done. Buckette's now lead by 6. This ball off the platform of Morgan, it's an ace. Bishop with her aces. That's now 16 on the year for Olivia. Goes short on another one. Watkins runs underneath it. Frombaugh goes to the back row. Nice attempt to dig it up by Bishop, but nobody there for the second touch. Back in, Natalie Adams joins the front row for the Royals. Madison Watkins, the junior setter, serves this over with some topspin. Back set, tap, Elise Seifert nearly gets the kill, and now will help win the point as that sails out. She'll serve too. 18-11. Set to the middle, Frombaugh sails it a little bit wide. Good eyes there by Hanlon to watch it go out of bounds. Another liner, this one short, however. So Elise gives it back to the Royals, a team that finished 6th in the Northern 10 this season. They beat Upper Sandusky, the team that was the bottom feeder of the N10. They beat them twice. They also beat the team behind them, Bucyrus, and they got a nice upset win against Seneca East at the midway point of the season as well. Frombaugh, tap over on the second contact. Here goes Keller off the hands of Brooke. She'll get another chance. Dug up by Seifert. Setter dump. Now making a yummy ball. Some nice blocks. Keller lines this up. Dug on by McGuire. Tight to the net. And we'll see a violation on Buckeye Central. Take a look at this again. It looked like it was McDougal with that leg kick. Her left foot ran out, touched a Royal in the air. That's a violation. Error, however, gives it back to the Buckettes, 20-13. Maisie Hanlon. Two-man game between Frombaugh and Watkins. Same goes for Jury and McDougal, who score the point. They lead by 8 here in set number 2. Exploded now to a 3-1 run. Affiliator blocked. Buckettes swarm the Royals at the net. Frombaugh, cross-court shot. Elise out of position. That gives the ball back to the Royals as they've got some work to do. Buckeye Central 3 points away from a set 2 victory. That would put them firmly in the driver's seat. This ball hits off the tape, it'll go down. Get you another look at that one from Megan Seifert. Nice help from the netting. After that kill, she serves here. Solid reception out of Adams. Jury lines this up, beats the defense, and it's set point. They won set number 1, 25-14. They've got a chance to match it right here if they can score. Good serve from Megan. This one in. They call it on the corner. That's awfully close, but that gives the set to Buckeye Central. And looking at it again, thanks to Friedley and Co., I agree. Perfectly painting the corner. It's a 2-0 advantage for Buckeye Central on the OH Report and the NFHS Network.
Feel like I should go.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. Get real-world skills, college credits, and career-ready training. Discover your future at Pioneer.
Quick start to the third set, just like in the second. As we see Buckeye Central send one over here. Watkins sets it up for Frombaugh in the middle. Good up by Elise Seifert. Another two-hand send over. Megan lines this one up, nearly finds a gap. And the pass not clean. Buckettes score first. This is like the opposite of yesterday, to where it just feels like we're in a hurry to get out of here with how quickly they're starting these sets. As we've barely been able to get out of our commercial breaks before the start of each set. Jury gets the swing here. She'll try it again. Dinks it over the block, and there's a yummy ball. She's blocked. McDougal, left-handed send over. Frombaugh, she's blocked. Chaos at the net. Looks like now it'll even out. Set far side, Seifert blocked. It's a block party here from Buckeye Central. All evened at 1. Jury this time from the outside. She'll move back to the middle, try to help block here. Goes over here, hand. This rolls on the tape. Tap by Megan. It feels like the court has been shrunk in half, just with how both teams are kind of playing super close. Jury right to Frombaugh on the dig. Tap by Adams. Far side set. Seifert to the back. McGuire keeps it up. Great volley between these two sides. Seifert, power touch, puts an end to it. A reminder, make sure to stay tuned. We've got game 2 of a doubleheader here from Buckeye Central High School. Winner of this game will take on the winner of the next game between the 3rd-seeded New London Lady Wildcats and the 5th-seeded Mansfield Christian Lady Flames. Far side set, high tap, dug up. Swing over the block. Wynford back on it. They'll go to the middle. Holbrook. Her attempt dug up by Buckeye Central. Here go the Royals again. This one swung on by Filiator. High ball. Chamberlain meets it at the apex. We continue on. Some great volleys here to start set 3. 2-1 in favor of Buckeye Central. Make it 3-1. Maren McDougal out of system gets the kill. Out of system look for Wynford themselves here. Nearly comes up fruitful. This ball up the middle. Holbrook, late block, forces a nice dig out of Elise Seifert. And a power touch goes into the net. Chamberlain tried to play it off the block. Did not work out for her. Good eyes by the Buckettes. They leave that out of bounds by a good 3 or 4 feet. So the Buckettes lead 2-0 here. Identical scores in the first 2 sets, 25-14 in each. As McDougal sees this one go short. Bucks lead 4-3 now. 14 of the 17 wins for Buckeye Central this year have come in sweeps. If you do the math with the rest of their record, they're 3-5 in games that go 4 sets or longer. Violation on Buckeye Central. It's a point for Wynford. Chamberlain gets a shot up the middle. This ball out. Block's starting to be real clean from both sides, especially on Wynford's end. They've been doing a great job. I already made that joke, producer Adam. Holbrook tries to go back row this time. Nice up by Hanlon. And there's the block party that you were looking for. Nice job by 2 Lady Royals to collapse in on that attack. Jury switches it up, gets the Buckettes back on the board. Back in, Harper Conser. Defensive specialist, also listed as an outside hitter. She'll stay in the back row for this play. She lets it go out. Wisely done by Harper, gets to keep serving. Conser this time wins an ace. It's her 5th of the game. Harper coming in only had 8 aces on the year. She's only played now in 36 sets. She's seeing that percentage go up. Nearly wins another one. McDougal sets far side. Chamberlain. Frombaugh put a hand to it, but too much power from the freshman. High ball flirts with the back row, and the ace party continues. Timeout, Wynford. Big swing out of Buckeye Central. They lead 9-6 now. Getting close to a potential sweep here as the Buckettes lead 2-0. Another great look there. Want to take a second to thank our sponsors here today. Live and free here on the OH Report, bringing you this Buckeye Central coverage. Shout out North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. Also a shout out to McDougal Financial, providing resources and advice focusing on time-tested investment solutions as well as long-term retirement planning strategies. Friedley & Co. Friedley Insurance is a second and third generation family-owned and operated business proudly serving the insurance needs of the community of New Washington and the surrounding area for over 50 years. And also a shout out to Ebert Dental Group over in Willard. General dentistry for all ages, now offering injections and fillers. And shout out to our commercial sponsors, Avita Home Health and Hospice and the Pioneer Career and Technology Center. 9-6 in favor of the Bucks. Make it 10 as we see Melania Chamberlain continue to cook here tonight. The freshman, my favorite for MVP so far today. There's an ace again. Here's probably second place as Harper Conser continuing to put on a clinic on the service line. And hey, good news for you Buckeye Central fans, those are both freshmen out there. Two-hand send over by Sebring, set behind her. McDougal nearly. Oh no, they will give it to Buckeye Central. They'll say there was a touch. That ball did land out of bounds, but a touch. Sebring, another attempt, standing swing. McDougal to Keller. Easy dig for McGuire. Up the middle, Holbrook, two-hand tap. Couple sendovers on the second contact. Keller gets us back in system. Chamberlain tight, punches it up. Sebring winds up, was ready for the block. Keller again, this time makes the connection. The middle hitter gets herself involved as that bounces off Frombaugh's left arm. Buckets jump out to a now 13-6 lead. Out of system again, Watkins with the two-hand send. Up the middle, Keller, another one, back-to-back. And that'll force another timeout out of Wynford. Coach Krall needs to chat with those Lady Royals who find themselves in a deep hole now. They've used both of their timeouts early in this set. As the Buckettes lead by 8, here goes a little bit of a showcase of what Emma Keller has done as of late. She's helped on a couple of blocks. You see one that she gets there, all of the contact. And then look at her here, showing off the power, and she's not done there. This last point that sent us to timeout. So we mentioned the stat before. It's looking like it's going to be a 15th sweep of the year if the Buckettes can hold on. Looking to book their ticket over to Shelby High School on Tuesday next week. Near side swing, easily handled by Buckeye Central. Keller just has to pass it over. Holbrook runs up on the ball. Great reflexes by Seifert, but turns into a nice yummy ball for Addie Sebring. Keller from the outside this time. Frombaugh finds it. Kept up Megan Seifert, tight to the net. And Chamberlain ultimately sends it to herself. Can't stay out of the way of that ball. No chance for Keller to return it. High pooch serve again. Received by Hanlon. Far side. Keller off the block. Frombaugh didn't get a clean touch on it. New player alert for the Buckettes, number 14, Grayson Hook, the 5'1" junior, with the serve just off the tape. Frombaugh underneath the ball. Hanlon gives it right to Frombaugh as she throws it down. Saw a little flick of the wrist there from Brooke Frombaugh getting ready for basketball season. Nice block, Frombaugh and Sebring. They get themselves to 10. They trail by 5. Back goes Madison Watkins. High toss from the junior. Top spin serve, right to Hook. Off balance set. Good job by McDougal to put it right where Seifert could finish it off. Megan, the sophomore, with the kill. It's off the deflection of the block. We see Wynford score right back. They go back to Frombaugh. Served by McGuire. Hook receives, far side set. Seifert's attack dug up. Frombaugh, another attempt. Megan goes short, and it will work. Hits off the scorer's table. Nice crafted location. This ball sails out on the attempt from Adams. Student section getting excited, ready to see the Buckettes pull away. Lead by 7, but they do give it back to the Royals after that. Frombaugh to the service line. Rough reception, cannot be fielded. So Brooke, another ace. She leads the team in that category. And there's back-to-back aces. So Brooke Frombaugh, after a great season, yet again in the Northern 10, looking at a first-team nod as this ball gets tipped over by Seifert. Puts some spin on it, hops right over that block that was looking to contest. But back to Frombaugh, 4th in the league in hitting with those 260 kills coming into today. Also a nice high percentage. So it looks like they give the ball back to Wynford. They're fixing things over at the scorers table. I didn't see what happened. There's a replay. Are they calling a violation? Didn't see much in the net, but took the points off. It's now 18-15. Up the middle, Holbrook blocked. This one will go to Buckeye Central, 4 hits. Another high serve. Megan just grazes the tape. Easy dig for Elise. Chamberlain off the block. That'll go down for a kill. Overall solid day from Melania Chamberlain. Gets the Buckettes to 20. 5 points away from a match victory. But on the Wynford side, they've improved here. However, they do concede the ace. First 2 sets were 25-14. It's 21-15. Seifert, bullets. She's touched the tape on her last 3 serves. McDougal will free it. Back set, Adams off the touch. Natalie Adams. New sub, Briley Hildreth. Left-handed serve right to the platform of Hanlon. Holbrook shoves it to the net. Too low. 3 points away, the Buckettes. Maren McDougal, haven't seen her serve too much here, but she's dangerous. Nice pooch serve, just dips under the tape. Points now from a sectional championship win. This ball head off of Megan's platform, out of bounds. Royals able to score with Villiator. Nice save from Jury. It's a free ball. This one up the middle, off the block. Scooped by McDougal. Set back to Jury. And she finds the corner. Makes it match point for the Buckettes. And looking to continue to do damage. Harper Concert. 6 aces today. Can she make it 7? This one fielded by Wynford. Near side attempt. Dug up by Megan in the back. Keller off the block, out of bounds, and that will do it. The Buckettes get back to a district tournament. They take down Wynford in straight sets, 25-14, 25-14, 25-17. We'll take a break, come back with your MVP of this one, live and free on the OH Report.
Feel like I should go.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Your future starts here at Pioneer Career and Technology Center. At Pioneer, you'll gain real-world skills, hands-on training, and college credits, all while preparing for the jobs of tomorrow. Pioneer, preparing today's students for tomorrow's opportunities. Discover your future at Pioneer.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Time now for your Ebert Dental Group Player of the Game. Melania Chamberlain comes up and joins us. The freshman, great game here in a sectional title, going up against a Wynford squad that you guys have taken care of business of throughout the year. Just tell me about your approach going against a team like Wynford, just trying to make a statement here in your final home game.
Our approach was to not be overly no, we were gonna win, and just do the stuff that we know how, fundamentals, and be disciplined.
Yeah, and then the team on the other side gave you guys a pretty good fight there towards the beginning. They had the lead for most of those first 3 sets, but then something kind of clicked. What do you think really clicked for you guys to go on some runs, middle of the set, and then just make a statement from there?
I think we are all really pushing because it's tournaments, and we wanna. One of our goals is to get pretty far into them.
All right, absolutely. And then Melania, just talk to me about next week. Now you guys will play on Tuesday against the winner of this game. What is it going to take from your group to really change things up and make a bigger run than the teams of old?
I think it's going to take a lot of discipline and helping each other through when we're in our heads, and just pushing and just helping each other overall.
Yeah, and Melania, any teammates you want to shout out just for your performance today?
Any teammates? Maren, because her sets, she always sets me, and they're always good. And Maisie and Megan had really good digs too, and Megan had good hits today.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can take a look at the camera. Give any other shout outs you want.
My mom, my family, and all my friends, and my teammates.
All right, Melania Chamberlain, the freshman, joining us upstairs. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you next week. is time now for your post-game show presented by North Central State College. We just saw Buckeye Central put on a sweep of Wynford. They go 9-0 in sets against the Lady Royals on the year. Number 1 seed definitely showing out like they are the number 1 seed here in this contest tonight. Shout out to the Buckettes getting the job done, and now they will get to sit in the bleachers and enjoy the second game that should be a doozy between New London and Mansfield Christian. Talked to a couple of the players. They're content playing either of these teams. They feel confident moving into a district semifinal. They would also love to see New London because that's a team that knocked them out last year. Would love to see some vengeance if you're a Buckettes fan later down the line. But great win tonight. They'll focus on that. And then practice will be all honed in towards Tuesday when they take on the winner of this game that you will see here live and free momentarily. Want to sign off real quick. We are going to go off live for a few minutes as we prepare for the second game. Expect to see us right back up here on Facebook and on YouTube and on the NFHS network closer to first serve of this second game. Jonathan Langdon, Brandon Powell, your camera operator, and your director-producer tonight, Adam Thompson. Will be right back for the second game from Buckeye Central High School on the OH Report.